What is user interface design? You can read those two quotes which I found on Google from Steve Hickey and Alex Fedorov, which explains what the user interface is in a few words. And basically, user interface design, for short UI, is pretty much all the pixels the user can see. It's everything what the user will actually see on his app screen. It could include buttons, design, tabs design, all the fonts, images, and etc. And to get a better understanding about it, please make sure you get along with these principles of fundamentals of UI design. They will make your life easier and your future app will make more users just by following these rules. And the first one is know your user. Your user's goals are your goals, so learn them, restate them, repeat them. Find out what interfaces we like and sit down and watch how they use them. This is the best approach to the user, so if you have an opportunity to discuss your app with your family, friends, colleagues or complete strangers from the street, just do it. You will see live reactions for your app design. The second one is pay attention to patterns. There is no need to reinvent the wheel. You should stay to those patterns which the users are more familiar with. In our case, we need to care and stick to iOS 8 design patterns and keep all the design elements relevant for the user. By using familiar UI patterns, you will help your users feel like they're at home. The third one is to create consistency in your app design. Your users need consistency. They need to know that once we learn to do something, they will be able to do it again. Consider an example closer to home. You wouldn't spend hours looking for a fork or spoon in your kitchen, would you? You would ask, well, because we are in the same place we were last week and the week before that. It's logical. You don't think, you just do. In a way, consistency makes our routine tasks subconscious ones. Fourth one is use typography to create hierarchy. You don't want to make your website look like a dark cave that paralyzes people's sense of direction. You don't want typography that distracts visitors, right? You want your text to be read in an order, so make your design clean and readable. Provide feedback. The fifth one. Your interface should at all times speak to your user when his or her actions are both right and wrong or misunderstood. The products we build are full of feedback loops, whether we know it or not. People who study human behavior agree that feedback loops play a critical role in what we do. The sixth one is allow users to make mistakes. No matter how clear your design is, people will make mistakes. Your UI should allow for and tolerate user error. Design ways for users to undo actions and be forgiving with varied inputs. Also, if the user does cause an error, use your messaging as a teachable situation by showing what action was wrong. The seventh one is reward your users. Once a user has become experienced with your interface, reward him. If the user accomplished something in your app, for example in our news feed app, if the user liked 10 posts from around the web, give the user an achievement to tickle his or her heart. Also, if your app has a tutorial before the app starts and the user made through all the steps, award him with points and badges. It makes the user come back to your app. Eighth one is speak their language. Keep things conversational and not sensational. Provide clear and concise labels for actions and keep your messaging simple. Your users will appreciate it because they won't hear you. They will hear themselves and or their peers. Ninth one is keep it simple. Don't make the user think too hard. Keep it simple for them. Do not make overloading shadows, bright colors, or inconsistent typography. The best interface designs are invisible. You are thinking about adding a new feature or elements to your interface, ask the question, does the user really need this? Or why does the user want this very clever animated GIF? And the final one, 10th, is keep moving forward. It is often said that when developing interfaces that need to fail fast and iterate often, when creating a UI, you will make mistakes. Just keep moving forward and remember to keep your UI out of the way. So we will talk more about those elements when we will actually design our app in Adobe Photoshop. So you don't need to memorize the stuff or something. You will get a better understanding about each of those when we will do our project and when all of you, my dear students, will do assignments. So I hope I will see you in the next lesson, in where we will learn what is user experience design.